Ah, yes.
Space.
The frontier of something. The final. Whatever. Poker.
The poker frontier.
Poker in space. Ah, Worf.
I would love to see an all Klingon poker game where they just immediately start smashing the table.
They
and
would just
fighting.
start stabbing each other. Of course, Klingons would make fun of Worf for playing this child's game.
So, Data, you want to see a card trick?
I'm going to make all your chips disappear, Data. I was like, Data, the affectation of the dealer's visor.
Mm-hmm.
So important.
Do you think Geordi gets offended when Data wears the visor?
That's not a real visor.
Yeah. That's insensitive, Data.
Mm-hmm.
Some people need that.
Well, Geordi can't see it anyway. Oh.
Yeah, for anyone who doesn't know, Geordi can't technically see at all.
No.
Do you think he's like a predator and he can like keep hitting the button on the side and go through different spectrums?
I'm sure someone out there has made a YouTube video where every time it switches to Geordi's visor view, it goes,
Yeah. And does like...
Careful, Data. You know what a liar and a cheat Will Riker is.
That one. Ace of Spades. Wouldn't this be the point to where Data explains in detail to Riker how you can't technically lose a single card in a deck of 60 because it's easily findable? Like, where's that conversation?
Right.
The suspense is killing me. Also,
Literally.
where's the cool future cards? I have see-through cards at home.
Shouldn't they have like hollow kings and queens on them? The suits should be like have some kind of weird, like we had baseball cards at this very same time that had little holographic
The
emblems
foiling
on them. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh well, here's how he's just killing the mystery of magic here.
Yeah. The lower decks of the Enterprise call Data Buzzkill. Also, Riker is upset now because Deanna Troi gets a total lady boner for magic tricks, and Data ruined that.
She totally did.
Yeah, so he's like, you ruined my night, Data.
Yeah.
All right?
Now Data's just going to take all these worthless plastic chips.
Well, but it's the Federation, so the chips don't mean anything anyway because
even
there's
if
no
those-
money.
Like they don't even play for Latinum.
Yeah, they play for playing's sake, which is
Bragging rights, I guess.
maybe, but then you're not supposed to brag either because everyone's supposed to like get along.
Well, that's one version of Star Trek. The other version is where 7 of 9 is a bloodthirsty renegade, just blows people up.
I miss 7 of 9. Hey, that's what my audio sounds like when I hook up the Zoom wrong.
This sounds serious.
No, maybe you didn't hear us. We're trying to save you.
Maybe we should have done Warp 9 from the start. Like, always go Warp 9.
Yeah. I think, didn't
Like,
you and me have a
I
conversation
don't like
about that
where
before?
they're like, oh, we can probably make it in Warp 6. Oh, crap, they're breaching. Warp 9.
Yeah.
Like, you should just always go Warp 9.
Just always go Warp 9. Yeah.
Oh, hey, O'Brien's here. Oh, goodness. O'Brien will get these fuckers off.
As long as they aren't bloody cardies.
Whoops.
Oh, they hit the planet, sir. Status, they blew up.
Yeah.
they blew. There's no
Like, I
status.
literally just pushed the button, sir. Like, it doesn't work that way.
It has a warm-up period, okay?
Ah, crap.
Oh, man. It's almost like this is a setup for a tense story that we need to broadcast to people for entertainment.
here we are reminding everyone where Tasha Yar grew up is a total S-hole. A total, basically, crater of anarchy.
Hey.
But we're going to beam down anyway.
I got a joke for you.
Yeah?
What's a pirate's favorite Star Trek character?
What?
Yar.
I get that. I understand that reference.
I'm so sorry.
So welcome back to SNARK Trek.
Yes.
Stephen and William here joining you.
Yeah, it's been a bit. We thought we'd get back into these. They're really fun, having a couple drinks and everything. What episode are we watching today, Stephen?
Well, this one we're watching, it's an interesting episode they did after they already brought back Romulan Yar in yesterday's Enterprise the season before. They decided, well, let's do a fun one-off episode where we just make up a little sister. And usually throughout the history of American television, little sisters are usually disappeared. They show up in the first season and then they go away.
Yeah.
But here we have Tasha Yar has a little sister we never knew about, who is like she's like a total like renegade, bad biker girl type.
She's
like
dark. She's Dark Yar.
She embraced her home.
Yeah.
Of street gangs and rape gangs and
the street
minor
gang
skirmishes over liquor, that kind of stuff.
We were hoping that she didn't embrace the rape gang part of it, because that's bad from both ends.
Exactly. Well, both ends are,
Okay.
Anyway.
But no, this is a cool little episode. As much as I hate the forced character of Yar's little sister, I do like the actress they chose to play her. I think she does a good job in the part.
She's tough, and she's got 80s helmet hair.
Yeah.
Kind of brushed, like aerobic hair, kind of. I don't know what you call it. Dun, 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 dun. See, even this planet looks like a shithole.
Legacy? Yeah, so this place, was a Federation colony. They cut off, communication with the Federation. There's like the butt hurt there from the Federation. And of course, Picard's like, oh, it's a rough place. Gotta send Worf.
And it's always just, it descended into chaos. Like there's nothing specific. So as the government fell apart and people just started being rowdy.
Yeah.
And there's no like one citizen like made a power play for some kind of mineral or some kind of natural resource on the planet, and everything just went to anarchy because they messed it up or something.
Yeah.
Oh, Worf is so protective, but Worf has a point because there was that episode where she gets kidnapped by terrorists.
Yeah.
So.
Well, did you see that like sexually charged stare that her and Worf had when he walked in? Like something happened last night that they still have not talked about.
But it's part of his job as security to imagine what would happen to the Doctor if she got caught by a rape gang. So he would know how to ocular pat down the situation. That's true. So he's just envisioning that.
I also liked Action Crusher there for a second. Ooh, really, really good noodles at this place. Just FYI. It's kind of like the Hot Walk in Town, but they don't use spaghetti. They use actual noodles.
They don't use wheat. They use actual udon. And
No, that's a real. So the Hot Walk in Town, one of the few Chinese places we have, they use spaghetti in their chow mein.
Believe that.
It's terrible, and Heather loves it.
I love living in the Southwest, but the Chinese food sucks.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Hey, we just came from the rave. Are you guys tripping too? The club is just called Place.
Looks like a Qzar arena or laser tag.
How many phaser misfires do you think just happen regularly?
Well, considering it's just a little button and not a physical trigger that requires some force and agency to pull it,
Hey, look, they have Vladimir's vodka surprise. Because they stole Vladimir's vodka. Surprise! Sorry, it's a Mikhail's Navy joke.
I think if Vladimir's petrol vodka in cigarette medicine cures the COVID.
Why are you always so loud, Riker? Calm down, dude.
Well, he's always so authoritative. Like, I'm law and order. I'm Starfleet. I am the law.
Yeah, I guess, but he seems like the guy who walks into Petco. He's like, "Is this where I get my dog's nails clipped?" It's like, just
don't you mention the extended warranty. There's a supercut like of him doing like, what the hell? Because he's always setting up the what the hell?
Yeah.
What the hell is going on?
I love when Frakes was the host for Believe It or Not or whatever that show was, and they slowed him down, and he sounds drunk if you slow him down. It's great.
I like the supercut of him telling you you're wrong.
Oh yeah.
Well, you're wrong. It's not true. The rape gangs, that's just 5 times a week. That's not as bad as you thought it was. Come on.
So here's something I've started to notice in Star Trek with the away teams that is starting to bother me, especially in this episode. So they have the away teams, and it's story dependent, obviously. But with away teams, they always send down like a very specific 4, right? So you have the aggression, Worf. You have the authoritarianism. You have, Riker. You have the logic. So you have Data. And then you have the compassion. So you got Crusher.
Yeah.
And literally all 4 of them in order just did their own little speeches to rebel dudes here. and then the scene's just over. It's a little too much of a formula that
it's like on the nose.
Yeah, I love TNG, but there's a couple episodes where you can tell it's like, what would make sense for this away team? Riker is in charge, Crusher's passionate, Data's,
And you'll notice the next time they go down, they exchange Crusher for LaForge because they know they have to fix something.
Yep.
And there's no people to be helped. Oh, this stuff is just foul. It's like Jägermeister.
Well, it's Romulan Jaeger, which is like, man. Yeah. It kind of tastes like the stuff that comes out of an earthworm.
So are you going to drink that? Or?
Captain, your next. Your
he gives
Netflix
it
is
straight to Riker.
Yeah, just here you go.
It's like, no, thanks.
I know you're going to need this. Also, in this next few shots with Yar's sister, the blatant bralessness in Star Trek, like, a little surprising.
Well, they stopped shipping bras to Turkana 4 after it collapsed because,
Is that one of the Federation standards? I know they have to have like a high standard of technology and social reform and everything, but it's also like if there's no bras on the planet, they're like, hey, okay.
That's how you know it's the post-apocalypse. So she is Ishara Yar, which is like an anagram for Tasha Yar. Like it sounds the same.
Yeah. And their other sister Tishra and then their cousin Shar Yar.
No, it's their cousin. It's Natasha and Yelena Bulova and Black Widow things. I don't know. That's the only name I remember.
Also, they have a Betazoid on the bridge who like, is not giving any counsel.
Can she just scan? See?
Well, she did have a name tag. That's all we have to go on.
Well, does her empathy work over comms, or does she have to be close to because they're literally thousands of kilometers away from each other right now?
So I thought, and I really hope some fanboy out there gets really pissed at me for this. I honestly thought, so with a Betazoid or a Beta Z or whatever, I thought like if you were hearing someone talk and seeing them, you could get the intention from their speech, but to just straight up read them, you had to be in the same room. That's what I thought. I don't know if that's correct.
But the fanboys are actually going to get pissed at you for not knowing that a Betazoid is the person and a Beta Z is the planet.
Is the planet. Yeah. I don't care.
Fanboy.
I love Star Trek for what it symbolizes, not for all the bits and pieces. I've never learned Klingon. I don't know what Data's made of.
Oh, a CF card. I don't know if we can.
Although I did download that off Kazaa, so you might want to scan it before you use it.
Yeah, that is buggy as F right there. That's got some adware on it for sure.
Yeah. Also, does MC Hammer know you have his pants? And is he upset about that?
These look like miners' outfits from Total Recall.
She didn't, but we did have sex.
What?
Is there something on the floor there?
Did I stutter? No, I don't see any Denise Crosby in her at all.
Although you can see a little bit of Data in Yar.
She looks more like Sarah Connor.
Yeah, she has a very Sarah Connor look. Especially Terminator 2.
Yeah. Well, she's got built-in knee pads in her trousers there.
What a weird shot.
Yeah.
Everyone just staring.
Hi.
It's like when you walk into a board meeting and you know that you're the reason for the
Yeah.
board meeting. You're
Oh,
like, okay,
crap.
I'm just going to take my chair. We'll get right to this.
I thought I was early.
Hooey.
Have a seat.
Yeah. This is the kind of board meeting where you walk in and they're like, good of you to come. You're like, oh, great.
We want you to know this is nothing you did.
Do you like the spray paint art we got in Portland? It's actually mean. I've seen some people doing the spray paint art on the street, and it's actually beautiful.
Yeah. No,
it's amazing. I didn't buy it, though, because I had no cash on hand, and I really, really wanted to get into Voodoo Donuts. And the sun was going down, and let's face it, you don't want to be out on the streets in downtown Portland at night. Let's just...
Without Voodoo Donuts.
Without Voodoo Donuts, yeah. If I'm going to die from some crazy, meth or coke addict, I at least want to have my donut. Oh, her eyebrow glitched. Someone needs to reset her so it'll come back down.
Because I was 11 years old, and that's the age where you become an adult.
Yeah, that's the
On
age
this
of consent
planet.
on this planet. For anything, apparently.
Well, because there's a scene in a first season episode where Tasha is hallucinating that she's back on her home planet and being pursued by said rape gangs, who are TV rape gangs, because they're just like, ah, ha, 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 hey, we're gonna get you, ah, ha, 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 like, but they're not really advancing on her.
They're pretty much all like the gang members from Demolition Man.
Yeah,
yeah,
and it's like she's cradling a cat, like a earth feline, and she talks to the cat like, now get out of here, it's not safe. And it's like, sweetheart, they're not there for the cat. And I always imagine like there should have been like a little sister there instead. Like, hey, younger, more vulnerable kid, get the F out of here and I'll delay them. And then she wakes up from her dream, her nightmare. But now we know she does have a little sister, so we can picture that scene.
That was the
happening.
that's the representation of the cat, right? Was supposed to be her little sister.
That's what I thought. And they're probably like, it's too much for TV.
It's like, put a cat in
1987.
there. No one cares about cats.
Yeah. Oh.
It sounds like something Riker says.
But you see, Troy is just there staring daggers at her the whole time.
Yeah.
She's doing a deep mind meld.
Well, because she knows Riker's looking at her.
Well, that too.
Yeah. There's always that jealousy thing whenever a new girl comes on the ship.
It's like, yeah, I know, Will, we have our deal, like our friends with benefits deal, but, I take preference.
Yeah. See, now this grouping makes sense, right? You have the main security officer, you have the engineer who knows, how to deal with stuff like this. You have a leading officer, and you have Data for like logical and analytical. Like, this grouping makes sense for this scenario.
Yeah.
This falls outside of my away team point where it's just they're there because they should be.
Well, the away teams never make sense anyway, because if you're the chief medical officer, you would assume that you've earned the right not to go on the away teams anymore.
Yeah. You get
to sit in your office and direct your young doctors. Okay, it's your turn to beam down to Hell Planet this week and find out what's going on down there.
Welcome to beautiful, sunny Hell Planet.
I think that's what they nicknamed that set. The rocks and the terraced rocks that they're always climbing on.
We have Tasha on file. We were supposed to eject her into space, but now we just put her in a cabinet.
Yeah, we have her DNA on file because we got computers now.
Yeah.
You've got some 2600 down there or whatever, some 486.
Well, and some of her hair that I kept.
Her uniform, too.
And the dress she wore the night she... Oh, never mind.
And those dirty pants. I mean, things you didn't throw into the washer yet.
I have human sentimental attachment to it.
That episode is so lame. Where Picard just pisses it off and beams up and leaves it like, ah!
Yeah. That's when you photon the planet at that point, right? You just blow it up. It's clearly hostile. No one can live there. Push the planet into a sun.
Yeah. Like, does it qualify as a living being if it's just the essence of people's bad emotions?
Yeah, if it's literally
I guess it's sentient and everything,
but sentient in what way? You know, if it's all rage, it's not useful to anything. I mean, well, not necessarily Riker, but other life forms are one. Other life forms are trying to help the universe.
That's literally like they just shot O'Brien doing that twice
and saying,
and just reused it.
Yeah. I also look for a second, like I would love when Riker's voice came over. For a second, O'Brien was looking around like, "Wait, where's that coming from?"
Yeah,
I can't.
Oh, I'm on duty. Oh crap! Oh, I gotta stop eating those mushrooms before duty. Jeez, goodness, jeepers! People just disappear and oh wait, it's a transporter. That's supposed to happen.
Ever since CBD was legalized in the Federation. All right, get in here.
Well, we know who grows it. It's Picard's friend in her little trailer park set up there 30 years from now.
Oh, yeah. Another thing I love, so I understand, like, you know, society has sort of fallen apart here and everything, but I would love to see a Star Trek episode where, like, society has completely fallen apart and, you know, all these people are, like, at war all the time. There's just gangs and everything, but they're all still really, really good engineers. So, like, the place is immaculate and looks beautiful, but everyone's just fighting.
Like, it's not in decay.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, Riker does not understand. Can you just fix it, Geordi?
It's going to take 2 days. You have
he looks
15
really
minutes.
frustrated. Like, he did not expect to have to run a shunt to anything.
Well, he didn't bring one with him, you know? He's like, I can only carry one pack. Can't bring an extra shunt.
Oh, what the heck? Is masking your signal?
All right.
Away! Oh, hi.
What was this guy all about?
All right. Now I get to... Oh, shit.
Tag, you're it.
Are you still under that power thingy? Oh, okay, whatever.
Wait, they transferred her into his hands mid-transport?
I thought they were crouching. When did he have time to stand up?
Yeah, that's
without cover.
Man, O'Brien is really good at his job. Like, really, really good at his job.
It's like, I could have sworn I was kneeling when I transported. Now I'm standing. What the heck, O'Brien?
How do you do that?
It's all in the fingers, sir.
Data said the same thing about Yar. Yes! I'm going to keep doing it.
We got the Maury Povich results are back, and you are the sister. Well, we're only human, sir. You should have a conversation with Data, perhaps. Okay, mixed messages, but thanks.
Oh, and don't touch her, Riker.
Not this one, Klaus.
That's weird. This says you're pregnant with a Klingon baby?
Yeah, that was fast. Only been on the ship for 8 hours. Oh.
Burn.
What? You know what? Picard's about to set her the F straight right now.
Picard's just like...
Yeah. Look at me. Look at me.
What's a Penellian? Are they like a noodle?
But he didn't take command of the Enterprise until the far point. Oh, whatever.
You know what? Just
I always thought like Picard, before he got the Enterprise, he was just hanging out at a starbase and like, we've got an emergency. Here, take the Rutledge. They don't have a captain yet. Picard, just take this ship and go rescue.
there's got to be some Federation ships with some really dumb names. You know?
Oh,
Like-
the camel toe outfit. No.
It's fine.
Well, I guess they threw her other clothes in the laundry finally.
Well, yeah, and she borrowed some of her sister's old clothes that were still on the ship, and
They
Yar
fit.
was a little bit smaller than her, so not everything's fitting right. And there's again, see,
Yeah, bus line's a little
Yeah.
small. I heard my name. Oh, hello.
and
Don't look at my secrets.
Yep, there we go. That conversation's over.
We banged. Just want to get that out of the way. But we were drunk. She was drunk. We were both. It was a long story.
Technically, all the humans were drunk.
Yeah, and me.
Or, as your sister once told me, something bonerific. All men, man. We're in the same boat with you, Data.
Tell me more,
yeah.
Casanova. Gosh, you should write these Hallmark cards,
I know.
Data. Like, tell me about sensory input patterns.
Yeah.
Ugh.
I remember I came really used to, like my wife's sensory input patterns. We got married, so, it's just how it works.
There's some health
Granite?
packs down there. Yeah, it's alien granite.
Riker, stand still.
Look smart. Now try to impress Ishara. Look smart.
He still has like taco crumbs left in his mustache. He's like trying to secretly brush them out. Butt shot. Riker took that pose very specifically.
Oh man, if I didn't have an ulterior motive. Dang it.
If it only weren't for this thing that we set up in the beginning, kept us from doing secret things against the enemy.
If all you weren't just a bunch of gullible people that just wanted to save two people's lives and were willing to do anything for me to help you do that.
Most important part of this episode that's not being addressed: what happened to the alcohol they stole?
That's next poker night. Will's gonna get Crusher drunk on Tuluvian Synthale, whatever. I like how sometimes the writers don't even make up those names; they just leave it blank.
Yeah.
And then, like Michael Okuda will come in and fill in, like, the Plognosian Synthahol, the Mugalore Half Nelson move.
And where's all the races that like they're like an insectoid or like an aquatic race, and literally the names for their alcohol is like a click and a bubble noise, or just like a bunch of hisses, It's like, oh yeah, this is ale.
That was like the Zindi insectoids of at Enterprise, where there was a bunch of clicks and wheezes.
Yeah.
That was real annoying. Don't tell them I said that. They're real self-conscious about the clicks.
There's a really cool H.P. Lovecraft story that actually takes that into account, where there's these sort of interdimensional space beings that came to Earth to take really smart people to show them the universe, and the species themselves can't speak human language, so they actually surgically alter their vocal cords so they can speak like a human can.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Oh, was this supposed to be emotional? Was I talking over that? I'm so sorry.
She's running the honey trap on Data here, talking about basically how tough it is growing up in a ghetto, part of a gang. It's kind of like the metaphor here, street gangs.
Well, I am a robot who was told to do what you say, so it's a pretty good amount of trust you can get from that.
Data, I completely trust you, and I just want to tell you about this investment opportunity. My friend owns a gold mine in Arizona.
If you sign up for this timeshare now, we can give you 2 extra weeks annually. What? I wasn't listening.
She want to join Starfleet. Oh my gosh.
Like Yar did.
Oh, that's so adorable.
If she has to go through half the tests that Wesley had to, then she's not going to make it.
I think she'll rescue that dude in the frozen disaster room, the danger room.
Yeah,
there.
but when it comes down to the antimatter test, she's going to get it wrong.
Well, yeah. Yeah, whatever.
Well, that, and I think she's a catty bitch. Well, no, it is your decision too, because you can just tell her no to Starfleet or no to helping her. So you do have a very big part of this decision.
Regardless
Picard.
of whether or not she wants to escape, you still have this mission to do to rescue 2 people. So, Data, you're kind of behaving like that guy who goes to Hooters and thinks the waitress is flirting with him.
Yeah,
you got to knock that off, Data.
Portia wants nothing to do with you.
She absolutely wants. She says that to all the guys who tip $5 or more.
Yeah, everyone gets extra chicken fingers. Okay, it's just
the second cup of ranch is technically
always
free.
Yeah,
she's not doing you a favor.
that isn't in reference to what I'm saying.
Maybe some nudes.
Maybe like a boob drop video. It's it's whatever.
Just a little nipslet.
Yeah,
a little
it's
side
cool.
boob nipslet.
It's cool.
Got this thing called TikTok. Just do 15 seconds.
There's this really cool resort that Riker knows about. I mean,
You'll probably end up working there instead of visiting, but it's better than this place.
Data just became fully functional, if you know what I mean.
Oh. Uh-oh. Oh, didn't see that coming.
4 4 4 4 4 4 4 4 4 2 4. Again, you have every right to restrict access,
Right.
interaction. You are the captain of this ship, Picard.
Also, you could start listening to Troy for once. Like, one time Troy gets something right and nobody's listening to her.
Yeah, that's something really interesting to think about is Troy has gotten a lot wrong in the past. Is she just a bad counselor? Is she bad at her job?
Yes. Because there's the one episode where she loses her empathy powers and she literally can't do her job. Despite all her years of education and her degrees and doctorates and everything, she still can't do her job without her empathy.
Yeah, that's true. Because yes, she's empathetic over long distances, but she's still trained as a counselor. Like
maybe just read the DSM, like the latest DSM, and then figure out,
Again,
that's a thing, right? The scientific the dictionary of disorders or whatever.
Something like that. Yeah.
Sorry,
I only in my job I only know SDSs, safety data sheets.
Yes, I know MSDS is material safety data sheets.
That's what they were called, and now everyone just calls them SDSs. It's weird. I don't know why they stripped the M off for no reason.
That'd be cool if it was the SDF, like the SDF 1, the SDF 3. Just throwing out these Robotech references here. Pew pew.
Oh, wait, I turned it off. Wait, no, turn it back on.
He's there with a little dial, like narrow band, widen it. Man, O'Brien's getting a lot of screen time in this one, just pushing buttons. Dun 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 dun.
So much water leaking from everywhere.
Those are the aqueducts.
What?
What? That's my name.
And jump scare.
Can't believe the green team's letting us get this close to their base. We're going to win this round of Qzar for sure. Well, it makes sense because it's not like that guy would just be guarding a door for no reason.
Well, or that's where the alcohol is.
Ah!
Wow, he had to swing the laser out of it. Did you see that? He's like, ugh!
It's like a whip. Like, ah!
What?
Not a styrofoam door. Wait, what? Oh, okay. It's like, no, please, no more. Oh, wait, you're the good guy. Thank God.
Yeah, it seems like you could have just transported them out and then taken the cuffs off, right?
Yeah, right.
Like,
or without like you're modifying your phaser to do it.
yeah.
Uh-oh.
Alarm, 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 alarm.
Wee woo, wee woo, wee woo.
Oh no, someone's pirating music.
Somebody is rebroadcasting Major League Baseball with implied oral consent and not expressed written consent. That's a Simpsons reference.
Yeah.
And I stand by it every time.
It's good. It's really good. And they go separate ways.
Yeah, right?
Oh, hey,
Yeah,
it got
Data
set.
shows up first.
The whole area got set to rave mode here.
I like the choreography of her shooting and then the panel blowing off. Like, there's a guy with a little button like, okay, no, okay, got it.
Yeah.
You know, like,
That
timed
was
it right.
That was some guy's job to do that. And
You
he
had
did
one
a great
job, and he did it great.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. Data's... What? Yeah, explain it to us, Data.
You're a bad person.
What about you were all lovey-dovey like 5 minutes ago? Oh, humans are so complicated.
Oh, here's the problem with your power grid. You had it set to explode. Let's turn it back to normal.
See, the purple neon is blinking. It should
Yeah.
just be solid.
Yeah. Best way to fix that is just unplug it for about 30 seconds,
Yeah.
plug it back in.
Reset your MAC address, you know. Does not compute. And we're back. Well, you kind of had no other... I mean, it's like a Pirates of Penzance situation here. Like, you really don't know what your options are.
Yeah. I don't know. Based on the amount of people that you showed, it seems like just some timing and being quiet could have got you pretty much anywhere you're going. Maybe.
Data, stop
I don't
making
know.
me explain my treachery. Just go.
You're kind of ruining this for me.
Yeah. Taking all the emotion out of this. Data. Wah, 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 wah. Ha-ha! Oh. And watch the way this professional holsters his sidearm.
Yes, dude. Freaking Brent Spiner, dude. He made Data so cool. She would never come back on the ship.
No, but they made her give her back her,
Her
Federation
clothes, yeah.
jumpsuit, her clean clothes. Back
She
to your
also-
knee pads, lady.
This would be happening in a cargo bay or a conference room. She would never come back on the bridge.
Right.
emotionally. Did he just
Riker activated.
did they just eject him from the floor?
He's got a spring load in his chair. Like, doing Law and Order, Riker activated.
In between shots, someone's got to push him back down until it latches.
Oh, Dad just wants quiet. Get off my bridge. It's actually worse to send you back to this planet than to send you to a Federation prison. Like, Federation prison, she'd be gardening or something. Like, that's not punishment.
I don't know. I think a really big punishment would make her sit with Data while he explains his poetry for a while.
Just reads it.
Yeah.
Or she has to babysit Spot. I bet Spot wouldn't like her either. But not enough stars. No, I'm sorry. Look, excuse me.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
She's like, why did you give me a side look, Picard? I told you that she was kind of
That's
iffy.
it. I'm just going to give you nightmares tonight. I've had it with you people not listening to me. I'm going to dream rape you tonight for sure. Starting with Riker. Well, I always start with Riker, but you know what I mean. Even O'Brien. Like,
yep. Does he ever get to leave? Does he live in this room?
Stands there. I think he has an office around the corner.
Oh, okay.
Near the Heisenberg compensators.
Also, why would she have a scar?
She shouldn't after
this
very
is
clean
space,
Federation
this is space surgery.
Incision. The dermal regeneratron should kind of zap that, right?
All right, we get to see Data be like totally slow burn this lady.
Like,
Here
what
it
is she?
comes.
Is she hoping he'll change it? Like, okay, I'll take you with me.
Oh
No,
yeah,
it doesn't.
Data.
Bye, Felicia. It's like, sorry, I'm putting my foot down. I'm not going to be gullible, lovable Data this time. You hurt my feeling. You hurt my non-feelings. We're done here.
Oh, migraine.
Oh, paperwork.
Oh, you. Yeah, that's probably what it is. You should probably go get that checked out.
Some girls just leave a taste in your mouth. Literally.
Oh.
I love the Dario Argento lighting here, though. It's all greens and...
Yeah.
Like, he's going to fall into Suspiria here in a minute.
He's about to get his trumpet, start playing it.
It's a trombone.
Oh, that's right. I can never remember what
I don't know why I still do this with you, William. I swear to God.
It's a brass wind instrument, all right? I was at least in the right field.
No, Data, I want you to trust me, especially when we play poker.
Yeah. Trust me emphatically. What did you just say to me, Data?
Oh, now I'm too depressed to do my commander paperwork here. Wait, he's just carrying that thing in his pocket?
Yeah, it's still an explosive, by the way. It hasn't, they've disarmed it, yes, but it is still an explosive device. He's just like, ow.
But why is the sweet music playing? Like, we should not have fond memories of Tasha Yar.
I think
we should just forget her. She's a horrible warning.
I think we had the music because it was a sweet human moment with Data.
Oh.
He had growth towards being a real boy.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, all you real boys and girls out there, find us on youtube.com Ship on Fire. And also in the social media realm, of Facebook and Twitter, Ship on Fire Entertainment.
Yes, and jump on things like Spotify, Google Podcasts, and Apple Podcasts, and you can find a nice little side podcast that Steven and I do called Nobody Asked for This, about similar stuff like this.